Hello students, so in our this chapter, that is chapter number 7, fine. The name of the chapter is diversity in living organism. Alright, so we'll be studying about this chapter in detail. First of all, bache, we should know that what exactly do we mean by the term diversity. Fine, diversity means varieties. Fine, varieties of living organisms. Now bache, see, there are number of living organisms. Alright, so and their classification is also needed. Fine, so we should know that what exactly is the need for classification of living organisms. Fine, so living organisms, they have evolved on the earth over millions of years ago, and there is a vast variety of living organisms. Fine, there are vast varieties, means number of varieties are there. Fine, there are number of varieties. Now living organisms, they show a wide range of variation. I have already explained you this thing, that diversity means varieties and variations. Now see, there are some microscopic bacteria. Fine, you will see the classification. Fine, we'll see differences, the variations, the variety in living organisms. So you can see here that there are some microscopic bacteria, bache, and these microscopic bacteria are of few micrometers in size. Fine, and there are some, like we have whales and redwood trees. They are about 30 meters and 100 meters in size. Fine, and now talking about some pine trees, they live for thousands of years, while some insects like mosquitoes, they die within a few days. So look at the variation, look at the differences. Some organisms are colorless, right? And some even transparent, and some are brightly colored. See the differences. Fine, not every individual is transparent, not every individual is colorless, not every organism is brightly colored. Okay, so to understand and study all these organisms is impossible if they are arranged into different groups based upon what? Based upon their similarities and dissimilarities. Fine, so this becomes very easier for us to study the different groups as a whole. Fine, I hope this complete point, these are points which are clear to you. Now bache, classification of living organisms. See, what do you mean by the classification? Now first of all, we should know this thing. So the arranging of organism into different groups. Remember this thing, we have to arrange the organisms that are present, but into which groups? Into different groups. And on which basis? On similarities, fine, in their characteristics, or we can also say dissimilarities. Fine, this is what the classification is. Now bache, what are the bases on which we classify any organism? Fine, so the main characters which are considered for the classification of living organism into different groups, they are, number one, you can see here, whether they are made of prokaryotic or eukaryotic cells. So now I have explained you in the first chapter of bio what is prokaryotic cell and what is eukaryotic cell. So you better answer, you can easily answer this question. So whether some organism is prokaryotic or it is eukaryotic, based upon this we can characterize them, we can classify them, right? Second, it becomes whether the cell occurs singly or they are grouped together and live as an indivisible group. Fine, whether they are single, means some are unicellular, some are multicellular, right? Third, you can see here, this becomes the second point. Third is whether they produce their own food by photosynthesis or get their food from outside. So this point can also become the basis for the classification. Fine, because see bache, there are some organisms which can prepare their own food, and what is the process? Photosynthesis, right? And there are some which do not depend upon this photosynthesis. Fine, like we human, we get our food from outside. Now you can see here what is the level of organization of their body. This point becomes very important, whether it is cell level, whether it is tissue level, whether it is organ system level. Fine, so we have different levels of organization. Now what is the level of organization of their body and what are the special organs and function? Obviously bache, what are the different special organs that are present in their body, and plus what are the functions of those organs. That is the most important thing. So based upon these characteristics, fine, based upon these things, we can classify a living organism. So the characteristics used for classification of plants will be different from the characteristics used for classification of animal. Now why is it so? Listen to this thing very carefully, bache. This is very important line. Fine. The characteristics that we are using to classify the plants, they are somewhat differ than animal. Fine, because plants make their own food and animals get their food from outside. So just because of this difference, the characteristics that we are using for plants, they are differ from animals, right? Now bache, talking about classification and evolution. Okay. Now the present day complex living organisms have evolved from the earlier simple form. So earlier it was a simpler form, and now from simple to complex. Fine, from simple to complex. From simple to complex due to changes in their body design over millions. So obviously bache, earlier the organisms were simple. Fine, but number of changes they occurs in their body designs over millions of years. It took millions of years, and now our body design is of complex type. Fine. So the body design of living organisms, they are gradually changing. Why they are changing, bache? Why our body design is changing? Due to the changes in our environment. Remember this thing, very very important line. Due to the changes in our environment, and they need to adapt themselves to the change. See, environment is changing, so obviously we have to adapt ourselves, fine, with the changing environment. That is also equally important. Now bache, some groups of organisms, they have ancient body designs. Fine, ancient means the old one, and they have not changed much during evolution and have simple forms and structure. So remember this thing, they have simple form and structure. So these organisms are lower organisms. Fine, lower one. Okay, or the primitive one, like we have prokaryotes. But some organisms, they have acquired their body designs relatively recently and have complex form. Remember this thing, have complex forms and structure. These are the advanced or higher organisms. Fine, these are the advanced one. Fine, this is the basic difference. Now bache, we should know what is the meaning of this hierarchy here. So what is hierarchy? So that is why bache, obviously we need to classify the organisms. Fine, so that there should be, we can easily study the organism. There will be no problem in studying the different organisms, right? That is why the classification is needed. Fine. Now hierarchy of, what is hierarchy? A system of organization that has many levels. Fine, and levels what? From lower to the higher level. Fine, lowest to the highest level. Lowest to the highest level. So these are the different level. Fine, these will be studying here the hierarchy of classification into groups. See now, living organisms, their classification is very very important bache. Fine, if we need to study the organisms. Now this thing I have already explained you that since there is a possibility that complexity in design will increase over evolutionary time, so it may not be wrong to say that older organisms are simpler while younger organisms are more complex. Fine, remember this thing. Obviously younger organisms are more complex due to time. Fine, they evolve, the evolution comes. So living organisms have been broadly classified into 5 main kingdoms. Now this topic is very very important bache. As you can see, the first we have is the Monera, then we have kingdom Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. We'll be studying these kingdoms in detail in our chapter. Fine. Now bache, biologists such as Ernest Haeckel, fine, Ernest Haeckel, and Robert Whittaker, they have tried to classify all living organisms into broad categories like we have kingdoms. Fine, so we have different kingdoms here. Now further classification is done by naming the subgroups at various levels, such as we have kingdom phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Fine. This can be remembered by a mnemonics like we have. Capsophagus. ठीक है, फाइन. KPCOFG. This is a mnemonics. Fine. This is a method by which you can learn the initial things and you can easily remember all these levels. And remember बच्चे, one more important thing. Phylum we use for the plants. Fine. And division is used for the animals. Okay. So by arranging organisms on the basis of hierarchy and characteristics into smaller and smaller groups, we arrive at the basic unit of classification, that is called species. Now we'll be studying some basic, like we have species, genus, family, order, class. Fine. These are the different things that we'll be studying.